and welcome to all of our graduates, family, faculty, and honored platform guests. If someone had told me before starting this program exactly how hard it was going to be, I don't know if I would have even started it at all. It's been a hard road, as I'm sure it's been for all of you. And yet, we're still here. A buddy of mine and I were working on a particularly tough assignment one time, and I had a realization that I shared with him. I turned to him and said, "You know what the worst thing about this is? We can't even quit. We like this." And that's good, because success in life often requires perseverance, perhaps a lot of perseverance. For instance, this is my third try at becoming a valedictorian. Seriously, I tried in high school, I tried at my first university, and well, here I am today. I guess, yeah. I guess the third time really is the charm. Never being afraid to try again is one of the most important traits a person can have. And it's especially prevalent here at NSCC, where we have all sorts of people. People just coming out of high school, people taking time for themselves after raising a family, people recovering from difficult economic times. Everyone here is getting back to school and giving themselves advantages for a brighter tomorrow. But why did we all choose now to come back? I think it comes down to timing. An industry that might not have been right for you before could be a golden opportunity now. Or maybe you always knew what it is you wanted to do, but you just couldn't make it happen until right now. And now is the time for you to be great. Timing can really mean everything. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, a company he co-founded, and then he went on to found Next, a computer company that made a computer you've never heard of. Now, those might seem like two really bad instances of timing, but taken together, they actually form the basis for Apple's current success. When Steve Jobs was brought on back to Apple to save the company, the technology he was able to pioneer at Next formed the basis for Apple's brand new line of computers. These ones you might have heard of. They ended up going with the name Macintosh. The technology was right. It just took a couple of years of unexpected free time to write it, and 15 years for it to find the right home. Now, my own path wasn't quite as rocky as that, but it did have its share of obstacles. In high school, I wasn't sure which path to take. I ended up going with business instead of technology my first time around because I wasn't sure what someone with my particular type of obsessive personality would fare in a particularly rigorous computer science curriculum. And it turns out I was right. 3 years into the program, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. But once I was able to get on some good medication and some good therapy, I was able to strip away the negative aspects of my disorder and concentrate on what makes it actually pretty great. Yeah. Right now, as you heard, I'm working as a data analyst, a profession entirely based in obsessive attention to detail, without any thought that I might actually go off the deep end and recurse to old habits. You know, not to mention that my previous business degree does actually come in handy now and then when it comes time to actually figure out what the numbers I just turned out actually mean. So, just like the Macintosh came around at the right time for Apple, this program came around at the right time for me. This couldn't have happened 5 years ago. This program came around at the right time for me, and clearly came around at the right time for you too. As new grads from a variety of programs, we're being entrusted with enormous power and asked to do enormous things that shake the world. So, coming out of post-secondary with a strong sense of purpose and ethics is job one for each and every graduate here today. And I'm proud to say that NSCC does just that, showing us that while we now wield massive power in this world, it is our responsibility to wield it justly and for the public good. Now is the time for you to start building your legacy. To sum up, I am honored to stand here before you as your valedictorian. The quality of the education that we've received over these past years has ensured that no matter what the past holds for us, the future is bright. And in the years to come, We will persist through adversity, we will build accepting communities, and we will ensure that this world is better for having had us in it. It's time to get to work.